Just first of all, just very frustrated, disappointed. This is certainly not what Cincinnati football is all about. I can promise you that. It's not what we're going to be about. Um, we're going to play better football so we can go out and get these wins. And this one certainly was there for us to go get, and we didn't do it. It starts right with me. Some calls we could have done differently in that game. Um, and it's very frustrating. And we made some mistakes today. Just freaking giving them a touchdown on the kickoff return. Nothing they really did there except for us just giving it to them. Gave up a punt return, huge punt return in the game. I think offensively, a couple times on fourth down, we went for it. The first drive, it's a touchdown. We dropped the snap or exchange there, but Peyton's wide open in the flat. It's going to be an easy touchdown. Late in the game, we go for it on fourth. We're down 12, I think, at that point. Trying to get some touchdown on the board. We didn't get that fourth down as well. On a positive note, which was different than last week, once we got down there in the second half, our guys didn't hang their head. They continued to play, and we had an opportunity to come back and win the game on the last drive. So I am proud of our guys for that. There was great energy on the sideline today throughout the whole game, which we talked about last week. There was not. We wanted to come in and establish the run, and we were able to do that. I thought our backs ran hard today. We had some explosive runs in the running game. We have not seen that this year like we had today. That's a definite positive. I thought Corey and Miles ran very hard, did some great things in the running game. The guys up front blocked well today. And, so I thought they did. We put our defense in some bad positions, and we held them to field goals, which is a great job by our defense. Kicking game was huge, though. When you think about the punt return, you think about us giving them a touchdown on kickoff return, and their field goal kicker, knocking down those field goals. But again, the difference was we lost the turnover margin again. 1-0. We did not create any, and we didn't give our defense a chance to stop them on that. It was a touchdown. So, there's certainly some things we can build off of, but certainly extremely disappointed in not finishing the game there, particularly on the last drive.
Questions for Coach?
The decision not to go for field goals, is that just a feel for the momentum of the game at the time, or is that what the players?
Yeah, I think the first drive we thought we had a great play call, really set up for that particular one, and it was there. We executed it all week in practice, knowing that's what we're going to do, and it was there, and we didn't execute today in that particular series. Hindsight's 20/20 on the other one that I'm thinking about down here in this red zone. I think it was 4th and 4 or 5, and roughly in that range. Emory threw it out. The receiver broke in. A play that we hit later on in the game a bunch across the on that hash there. But again, trying to be aggressive in that particular point because we were down 12. And I felt like in the second half they were getting some long drives. How many possessions are we going to be able to get? So that was kind of decision making into that one.
Special teams, you gave up a long return again on a punt, and then obviously the fumble for the touchdown. What is it going to take to get that back on track? It feels like it's kind of sliding.
Yeah, I think last week our punt team was great, and today was really good, except for that one. That was a roll punt. The ball we were supposed to punt the ball on this side. The ball was more to the middle of the field. So our guys were really more running this way and ended up pinning our guys, and he took it right up the middle. Now we have to adjust in that particular sense right there on that punt. But that was good execution on them. Now the one that's unacceptable totally is the fumble. And that should have been a fair catch. We were fair catching it today, unless they gave us a kick that was really, really short. But I think that one maybe around the 3-yard line. So it should have been a fair catch on that particular one. But it's unacceptable to fumble football. We particularly Braden. Braden, he's a veteran player, played a lot of football. He's got to take care of the ball in that sense.
Ryan Keegan.
Coach, it seems like obviously special teams have been an issue, but turnovers look a little bit better as far as Emory. That's something that you guys worked on this week in practice as far as maybe getting him out of the pocket. It seems like he's more comfortable in the run.
Yeah. We certainly emphasized taking care of the ball offensively, and and we did a much better job with that today. I thought we had a better plan with what we were trying to do. And I thought, it gave us an opportunity and chance there in the second half, to be able to come back into the game. There were some big conversions. In the second half, we started converting the third downs. In the first half, not as much. And I thought we did much better with adjustments we made at halftime to come back in the second half to be able to throw the football to get back in the game. And we were able to do that. And, so yeah, we certainly emphasize that, and I think, trying to move Emory around is certainly a valid point, not just sitting in the pocket. Right before half, we gave up 2 sacks, and it really just sat right in the pocket. We in those scenarios, get them out of the pocket. Let's try to get something moving on the outside, so they just can't tee off in the pocket.
Looked like there was more energy today in both leagues in every way. Was that a point of emphasis throughout the week, and did you kind of see that?
Yeah, absolutely. It was awful last week. We mentioned that in here, and I think to the team's credit, they saw it and felt it, and they felt, hey, listen, we're coming out and we're going to have a live sideline, a lot of energy, and you saw that the whole game. And I really think that's how we fed off of that. And that's how we were able to come back and get into the game there at the end to have a chance to go either tie it or win it. And and I also saw today guys having each other's back. And I think that is incredibly important. You know, we're so much. There is a lot of newness going on, and with this team, with this coach, these coaches, and with everybody trying to blend, and we're learning a lot this year. But what we have to continue to learn is to play for each other and continue to have each other's back. Well, I saw that today, maybe for the first time this year, and that is a great sign of a team that is continuing to fight and continue to play for each other, and that's what we have to have. Again, it's very disappointed, but if I'm going to take a positive out, that is positive, and we can help build off of that as we move forward.
You mentioned ball security on the 4 fumbles, only lost 1, but was that more about what Baylor was doing, or is that more self?
Yeah, we go back and watch the film. I'm sure. I think it's self-inflicted. I think we have to. We talk about holding the ball high and tight, especially in traffic. These defenses are doing a great job of hitting, trying to knock the ball out with their helmet or hands, swiping at the ball. One time, Corey had a first down, and then he fumbled back, and we fell on it, and then now it's 4th down. We had to punt. that was an unfortunate bounce. So just hold on to the ball right there in that scenario. We get a first down. We're staying on the move. But I feel like we work on ball security a lot. Not creating those fumbles, but one of them was Emory on the 4th down, the running back and the exchange right there when we're trying to pull it. Those type things are frustrating because that doesn't happen in practice. We're really clean with that. So I hate it that it happened, when we needed it.
Chad and Neil.
The last offensive play, did it look to you like was there early? Defense was there early?
Absolutely. Yeah. We Braden on the sideline right here. He's trying to run an out route. He can't run the out route because he's getting restricted and the ball's thrown right out front of him. I don't know what we're supposed to do. And then that was all over his back. We got to be able to make the play, but it is extremely difficult if you're going against a man team and they had to stop us. They're playing man. Here's what I'll say about it. Defenses will go as hard as you allow them to go when it comes to those type things. If you allow them to do it, they're going to keep doing it and do it, even more, right? We've seen our share of DPI calls throughout this season. Coming into this game, we led the Big 12 in DPI calls. Some of them, it's just not consistent.
You talked about it in the past of the explosive plays, especially on the offensive side of things. Miles and Corey ripped off 3 big runs today of 35 plus. Just talk about those runs.
Glad you asked. They're great explosive runs today. That's why I mentioned them at the beginning. Miles and Corey really ran hard today, and it really started up front because our O-line popped some holes for those guys. It was great to see those guys, breaking out, making some big time runs. One of them was on the 3rd down when Miles broke a tackle, hit the sideline, and scored a touchdown. Our longest run from scrimmage that scored, and that's awesome. We got to have more of that. And so I really, Miles, I thought gave us a great spark today with, some of his explosive runs, and then Corey as well. He broke off a 40-yarder as well today. So for the first time, really this year, I thought those 2 guys really did some great things in the running game.
Scott.
Is it unusual to lose when you have 2 100-plus yard
Yes.
runners?
Extremely.
You probably had it before, but typically
yeah. 288 yards rushing to 80, yeah, you win. Usually.
Coach, it seems like you guys have really struggled against the pass and deep plays.
We have.
How do you get better with that? It seems like Keyshawn Jackson had 130 yards today, multiple explosive plays on the secondary.
Yeah, I mean that we're trying. You know, I mean we don't have much depth in the secondary. You know, the guys that are playing are the guys that we have to play. I think sometimes we get nosy with our eyes and are trying to go stop the run sometimes, and then we're supposed to be back and help out in secondary. Um, that's that certainly it has been a point of emphasis to try to get better at that, because we are good at stopping the run. And giving up those big pass plays. One of them was a trick play that they hit down the sideline. One of them was a post. One of them was we were double covered. We had him double covered, number 11 down the sideline before a 55-yard bomb. We got to stay on top. We have to stay on top and make that be an incompletion, it's particularly if you're getting double covered. So those are things we have to get better at. And because teams are going to see it, they've seen it. I mean, they see it on film, and so we come in here on Saturdays and they're going to attack that. They're going to try to throw it deep on us, and teams have done that and had success in that. So we have to stay on top.
Ross?
Shimon seemingly looking like the top option over the middle over the past
Mhm.
couple weeks.
Mhm.
Is he kind of fitting nicely into that role as a nice little?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we certainly started to utilize him more over the last 3 weeks, and he's a big target. Big catch radius, big guy in the middle. To me, a hard guy to cover. Even if it's man, because you got he can kind of box some of those guys out over the middle. Some big third down catches today by Shimon, and I say this every week. He's getting better and better, and he can get a lot better. But I think it's certainly good to have a security blanket right in the middle of the field. When you start down, you need to get a first down.
You talked about the energy this team brought to you. A guy like Deshaun Pace finishes the game high, 11 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, a sack, quarterback hurry, anything you name it. Just talk about his performance and the energy he brought that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fast player, and then when he's in the right spot, he can make plays. And so being able to have him and coming off that edge today to cause some problems and havoc off I think that was some huge plays that he was able to make. And um, we have utilized his speed. He's a quick twitch guy. And yeah, I mean, he had a big time game today. We obviously need that from him to be able to put pressure on the quarterback. And I thought we did some good things putting pressure on the quarterback today. Coming from Deshaun and some of the D line, getting to give us some good havoc on the quarterback. So that was obviously good to see.